Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Dave D Fishing. So in this video, I'm going to show you that you can catch tautog without having to fish structure, believe it or not. So we're going to go about this using chum. We're going to fish over that. There's nothing down there other than my chum that I'll be using. So, all right, let's get fishing. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So let me show you the rod and reel I'm using. I get a lot of hate for this, but this is a Walmart setup. So this is an Ugly Stick Intercoastal, a 7-foot rod, medium heavy. 7-foot rod on a kayak seems to be long enough for me where I can reach around the front of the kayak, up over my head, up over the rods that are behind me, and it works fantastic. So when you're tautog fishing, you need a rod with a good amount of backbone, but you need a rod tip where it's sensitive enough to feel those tautog taps. Me personally, I feel like I'm experienced enough to be able to use almost any rod and feel a tautog bite, even if it was a broomstick. It takes time, practice, and just experience fishing for tautog, but you'll get it. I'm sure a lot of other experienced tautog fishermen can do the same. Let's see. So rod, yep, 70 bucks, Walmart. Sorry, this thing's stuck. 7-foot, and then I have this Tsunami Guard. I bought this the same day as I bought the rod. Tsunami Guard 4,000 size reels, pairs up perfectly with this rod. I spooled up the reel with 30-pound Power Pro braid. Should be more than enough for no matter what depth I'm fishing for tautog, whether it be shallow 10-foot depths all the way to 50, 60 feet, which I already have done with this rod. Works fine. And then the braid goes to it was a 20-foot section of fluorocarbon leader, but joining the fluorocarbon leader to the braided line, FG knot, and then the fluorocarbon, I believe this is, I think it's 40-pound fluorocarbon leader, which should be enough. So I originally had put a 20-foot section of fluorocarbon leader on this reel just because if I snap off, it's easier just to retie onto that long length of fluorocarbon. It saves a lot of time, but you could do whatever it is you want, and then you could reel the FG knot and that leader through the guides onto your reel, no problem. And then, the last little bit. So we're going to be jig fishing in this video. So these are jigs that I make. Hold on a second. Yeah, these are jigs that I make. So they sit just like that in the bottom, and I love this style of jig because the hook is up off the bottom and gives access to the tautog to more easily engulf that hook into its mouth, just like that. So this thing's been used like, I think it has like 4 or 5 trips on it, and it's still hanging on for dear life, but yeah, she's beat. And then I just have a loop knot on there. I think I discussed this in my last video. It gives some range of movement on the hook sets, and it just makes it, I don't know, it just makes it look better and functions better, and it rotates better when you go to hook. So that's really it. So again, you don't need a couple $100, $300 to $400 setup to go fishing for tautog. You can go to Walmart and make yourself or pick yourself out reels and rods and line to make a more than capable tautog rod. Don't let people tell you you need to buy St. Croix's black hole rods. You don't need to spend a lot of money. So that's it. This is all we're using in this tautog video where we're chumming them up. So here's how I'm chumming today. Have a little cheap mesh bag above the anchor, filling it with spider crab, crushing it up nicely. And then we're just sending it to the bottom. So there is no structure here, but there is a little bit of current which will work in your favor. If you're using chum, you do need the current. On the chum slick. That's a good one. All right, guys. First tog of today 18 inches, not too bad. Beautiful little fish. If you decide to use chum for tautog, especially over a spot with very sparse structure or no structure at all, like I'm fishing today, it is bare sand, 100%. You need current no matter what, just to help drag that scent, that odor from the chum bag downstream to other areas to disperse and hopefully draw those fish up to your chum bag. And you can chum from shore, you can chum from a boat or a kayak. It's all the same concept. You need current to bring that scent downstream to pull those fish up. Do not expect fish to be in your area fishing within a couple minutes of dropping that chum bag down. Sometimes it takes 20-30 minutes. It is a lot of waiting sometimes, but usually I find if you're in the right spot and you set things up the correct way, you wait a little bit and then fishing's on fire. Like it was today. I think I waited 20-30 minutes and then the smaller fish started showing up, a small tautog scup. And then we had these larger waves of bigger tautog show up, and there's no mistaking bigger tautog on the fish finder. The tide did go slack during this fishing trip, but the fish hung underneath the kayak because they had already known there was food there, and I hadn't hooked them yet. And I had also been throwing freebie offerings, whether it be crab legs, over the side to supplement the chum bag, or I was dropping a full crab down there for those fish to just wreck and destroy underneath the kayak to get more scent in the water. When I was throwing full crabs underneath the kayak, I wasn't expecting to hook up with any of them. I just purposely wanted them to wreck that crab, crush that crab, and get some more scent in the water to attract even more fish. At one point during this video, there were so many fish underneath my kayak, and they were so wound up, and then they were in 100% a feeding frenzy. I was throwing chunks of crab over the side, or just pieces of crab. These tautog were coming off the bottom 10 to 15 feet, and I was in 20 feet of water, shooting straight up off the bottom. You could see them on the fish finder, and they were not small tautog. At one point during this feeding frenzy, I dropped a jig down with a piece of crab, and a tautog hit it halfway down, and it was a good sized one too, and it was probably one of the coolest tautog hits I've ever had. I've never had a good sized tautog hit that high up off the bottom, but in essence I created a feeding frenzy underneath my kayak. You guys can try this. I know you might be put off by the waiting and some of you are impatient. I decided to be a little bit patient today and just show you this because I've done this in the past and I've caught triggerfish this way, lots of sea bass, scup, obviously tautog. So let's keep on fishing. That's a good one. Oh yeah. Solid. There you go. Look at that. Another one down there. Damn. There you go, guys. Another tautog on the chum slick. Got the spider crab going on. Got the spider crab on there, see if something bites it. It's a pretty big chunk of bait. Oh, I was gonna say it's a pretty big chunk of bait, so I don't know. Hopefully something of size grabs it. Something's nibbling at it right now. Come on. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. God. Another female. And that was on a giant chunk of spider crab. Gonna throw in another piece. Big old chunk right there. Oh shit. I was just about to head out. Ooh, that's a nice one. Saw a school of nicer fish just moved down there. So there you go. Good old Tautog. Ah. Took a lot of video today, but I can't include it all because it'd be like a 2-hour long video. Ooh, that's a Tautog. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And you could see, guys, like that bottom down there is flat, and it really is only because the chum's down there that's getting me bites. So bite's been going on pretty good right now. So I got a dead crab right here. Cutting them into little pieces. I don't want to feed these things, like fill their stomachs up. So I got plenty of crabs. I got more in the back too. That's all you want to do. Oh, naughty, that's a small one. I got him? Oh, I got him. There you go. Oh. See, when I lifted this one up off the bottom, one followed it up a little bit. Not a big one though. I love when you can see a big fish down there and they just swim right over and smash your bait. It's so good. Good day of fishing though. Oh shit. On the spider crab. Hopefully it doesn't come off. Looks like a good one. Holy shit. That thing ate half a spider crab. Spider crabs don't play, I'm telling you. Sadly, I don't think I have any more. All right, guys. A fish caught over pretty much straight sand. My umpteenth one today. On a spider crab. Whoop. What? The thing barely fought. No. Oh. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a pretty cool one right there. He has covered in gold. Oh, mama. Oh, look at this thing. This thing's a friggin' tank. Look at that, guys. Nailed. Nice fish. That's a pretty gorgeous. It's not a big fish. It's probably like maybe 21, but man, that color is wild. Sending Goldilocks back. Oh, what a tank. Is that a fish? What the hell is that? Oh. Look, he's filled with crabs I've been throwing down there. what a day. So look, when I throw all those chunks of crab down there, the fish are coming up off the bottom in their tog too, which is pretty cool. Never actually seen them do that. What was that? That thing didn't even hit the bottom. What the hell? Oh, that must be a striper. Has to be a striper. No way. No way. That thing came off the bottom. Come here, Bob. That thing came up off the bottom and ate that. Dude, I have never caught this many nice fish in one day on my kayak. Lord have mercy. No structure down there, nothing, no structure, just me. That's crazy. I'm curious how big he is. He's 20. Beautiful 20 though. So this tautog right here came up off the bottom to grab the crab, my bait. It made it like halfway down, not even, and this thing came up and snatched it up. I can actually watch the tautog come up off the bottom and chase the little chunks I'm throwing down there, but chum, it works. Watch this. These are all tautog up off the bottom. See, these are coming up. They see the bait coming down. Boom, bite. Coming up off the bottom. Oh my God. Let's hook something nice. God, oh my. Oh, that's a little better. Holy shit. Oh my God. Holy shit. Another one, guys. Friggin' beast right there. Ooh. All right, guys, we are done. It is 2 o'clock. I spent way too much time out here. I had way too much fun. I caught an obnoxious amount of tautog, a lot of keepers. I can't even tell you how many I caught. It's ridiculous. Yeah, using chum over barren bottom, absolutely no structure. I showed you a couple times in the video. There's still fish underneath me, like big ones too. I used 1, 2, there's 2 gallons over there of crab, and then this is a 2 gallon. So by my little old self, I used 3 gallons of crab, and there's still fish down there. It's really difficult not to cast down there right now, but we got to go. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you at least found it entertaining. Please like, comment, subscribe. There's a little hype button underneath this video. I don't really know what it does yet, but push that. Sounds good. All right, guys, thank you so much.